But we're going to talk about a couple of individuals in regards to the Knights Templars.
Alan West, who is a conservative, can take.
We're going to talk about Alan West, who is a African American, but he's a conservative African American who's a Republican. And we're going to take a look at him now being honored in the Knights of Templars. For those of you who don't know, there is a national order of the Knights Templars, where you can actually go and receive your knighthood. Uh, and it's interesting. It's unlike that which is in the Masonic order. It is totally a separate order. The Knights of Templars, the knighthood of Templars, is a separate order. Now, the unique thing is in this particular degree or this particular knighthood order, there's been some various distinguished individuals who have been part of it, such as my gentleman by the name of Nelson Mandela. He was knighted. Also, you have the guy who lead singer for the Beatles, the lead singer Paul McCarthy. He's a Knights Templar. These are actual knight, knight, knighthood individuals or individuals who's been knighted in the Knights Templars, the organization, not your Knights Templars part of the Freemasons as the structure itself is simply put. Not those knights, not that one. This one is a little different. And the reason being is because of who is actually part of it. Unlike your Masonic knighthood, where you become a Sir Knight, this particular knighthood is you are sworn uh, into the Christian faith to defend the Christian values, to defend everything Christian. Uh, Unlike that which is in the Masonic order, where you take on the obligation, you swore, but this one is a little different. If you will do your research and go look at the Knights Templar organization, that particular structure, that particular organization, you will find that it's definitely a little different in what they do, how they act, how they deal with the social construct and confines and things that are taking place. It's a little different. It's a little different than that which we find in the structure of Freemasonry. And and in my own research, finding that Nelson Mandela went through that same initiation rite, per se, that same initiation rite as Alan West is now going through, and probably many others who we have no clue about. They are actually knighted in their quest. You know, that's the difference. They're actually knighted in their request. You know, and it's something to think about. It's really something to think about. And as I sit here and I ponder myself, Alan West, who I've heard speak and watched a lot of things that he's had to say, and I disagree with quite a bit of it. Him taking that oath, that obligation to defend the Christian right, says a lot. It really does. Also can be the same said for Nelson Mandela. After being released from prison and becoming the president of South Africa and then receiving his knighthood, says a lot. And from my reading and from what I've gathered, they are actually knighted by the Queen herself. She actually knights them. Now, someone may come on and say that's not true, but I would tell you, please, whatever you do, go look this up for yourself. They are actually knighted. I don't know uh, all of the pretenses, but it's something to really think about. For those of you who are Masons, when you go back and you read the Knights Templar workings and what is really taking place in that, I would definitely tell you to go back and check because something is happening differently than the Masonic order versus the Knight Templar order, period. There's a total separate organization. Huge. They're huge. And when you see these individuals, such as an Alan West, such as a Nelson Mandela, and probably others, just to name those two in particular, who have taken that solemn obligation and that particular knighthood to protect the Christian faith against all, against all. It didn't say some, it said against all. You need to start looking at things a little bit differently. That's all I'm saying. Uh, and for myself, when I went back and I read over the Knights Templar as far as the Masonic ritual is concerned, it doesn't mash up. It doesn't come together as far as the knighthood organization itself, which is totally sovereign, it's independent from the Masonic order, versus that which is part of the Masonic order. They dress differently. They are totally dressed differently. And you have to understand that. This is why in my jurisdiction, we changed our dress code. We totally flipped it. We wanted to change it to move from that military form of dress, which looks more like a Confederate soldier, to anything else. Go back and check out your dress code for your Knights Templars. As it is here in America, it looks just like a Confederate soldier dress code. It, just go back and check. And so when I did that myself, got this truck passing by. When I did that myself, then it gave me a total different perspective. I just want to welcome those who are coming on today. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, he was definitely a legend. Definitely a legend. I want to say greetings to everybody who's coming on. Please send a shout out to your lodge, to your jurisdiction. This year has been very, very interesting. But today we're talking about the Knights Templars, Alan West, and those famous individuals who have come to be part of the Knights Templar organization, national organization of the Knights Templar, not your local Masonic form. And see, you got to realize that's the difference. That organization of the Knights Templars is a very well connected organization, okay? Not like your Masonic organization. I have to watch this when I get home. But you have to go and check it out and read up on it. That organization of the Knights Templars, the ones which I'm talking about, not your local Masonic, Scottish Rite, York Rite thing, not that. I'm talking about the National Order of the Knights Templars. They are something. I mean, they are very well connected. These famous people who go into this organization, who take on that solemn oath and obligation to defend the Christian faith at all costs, they mean that. They mean that. They are not playing like most of us do. They're not playing. They mean what they say, because they're for the most part, you have to be well off. Let's have an understanding. The average person who becomes a part of the national organization of the Knights Templars, not the ones connected to your Masonic lodges, are very, very, very well off, very connected people. And these people, they do what they say they're gonna do because they got the wealth and the money to back them up. And it's a wrap. Most of us who are Knights Templars in our own Masonic organization, we don't have the money or the wealth to back us up to do anything. Let's just be honest. Now, the Knights Templars here in the United States, they have a national I-bank. Now, that particular Knights Templar comes up under what you would call mainstream Freemasonry. Their Knights Templars have a national I-bank and some other organization that they support by themselves through grants and other things, which is great. But this other set of Knights Templar, this set, that is being knighted by the Queen of England herself, that set, they are much more well connected. They're totally different than anything we perceive to be in Freemasonry, just because of who is selected to be part of it. You know, you got to realize that, and if you don't, you're missing. I'm telling you, there's a lot of things that happens in Freemasonry uh, that we don't see. Those of us who call ourselves Masons, including myself, we don't see those things that take place. I'm talking about some real secret, underhanded stuff. You'll never see it, you know. And and it's true. People can say whatever they want to say about Freemasonry. There are some things that take place within the confines of Freemasonry. I'm talking about those who are connected. I ain't talking about somebody like myself, little connected, little this, little that. I'm in the community. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about people who are well connected, who are Freemasons, who are Freemasons, shakers and movers. They use Freemasonry to do that. Just like this international body of the Order of the Knights Templars, they use that organization to help shape policies. They are well connected political. See, man, if I can just break this down in just a simple way for you to even view it, it would be so much better. But you have to follow along with me as I try to describe the concept of what actually happens. See, a lot of us are tied up in the debate and the history and my jurisdiction and this and that, when there's an undercurrent that takes place and we know nothing about. That's just like being in the ocean. You swimming on top of the water and it's all calm, but up underneath there is turbulence. There is a lot of things that are happening that you're not privy to. You know, although you in the water, you're just not privy to it. And that is such a fact. I used to didn't think that way. I was like, ah, man, you know, I'm a 33rd and I'm a this and I'm a that. But no, no, you're hearing this from me. I'm telling you what I've come across. I'm telling you some real stuff. Now you can sit here and shake it off and say, oh man, this dude is talking crazy all you want to. But when you look at some of the things that happens and you go look at the names and you look at who they are, you'll find out more than likely they are Freemasons. Period. And I'm gonna share this story with you real quick. And I've said it before, but it's such a unique story that when former President Bill Clinton was being he wasn't, it's not indicted, there's another word, impeached. When he was being impeached, and I've said this before, you have to realize who was serving on the impeachment committee. You, man, there's a game being played. And a lot of us ain't even at the table. We're just pawns in the game, thinking we're somebody who we're really not. Because them boys are playing for keeps. Those type of Masons really make things happen and they move. While you sitting here at the table discussing some historical facts and points and all of this. No, they ain't doing that. I'm telling you, you know, like I just recently found out that in this committee impeachment in regards to Bill Clinton, Trent Lott, who served as the head counsel on the committee, being a Republican, he was also a 33rd degree from Mississippi. Go figure. He selected those who would be on the impeachment committee. And 6 of the people that he selected were Freemasons. Go check that out and read it for yourself. You don't take my word for it. Look at the names and look who's on the committees. Just like right now, Scott Peterson, who's I think he's out of Pennsylvania or somewhere along up in there. He's a senator or congressman. This guy's a Freemason. But you go look at the shit he's done. Go check out what he's actually done. And he should be really, he should be in jail or something, but, you know, it ain't, you know. Go look at some of the things he's done. And you run around here, you playing with this concept, this I'm a Freemason thing. There are some people out there that's playing for keeps because they understand how to use Freemasonry politically. You ain't there yet. See, and that's the thing that hurts us, because we're not there yet. And it bothers me, because even when I can't think of the congressman or senator from Atlanta who just recently passed not long ago. I can't think of his name. He was a civil rights activist and leader, passed not too long ago. This guy was a Freemason, and everybody knew he was a Freemason. But here's the thing: although the white Masons knew he was a Freemason, he couldn't visit their lodge. But then when he passed away, you get one of the you get a Grand Master or a member of the Grand Lodge of Georgia who wants to now attend his funeral. Nah, there's a lot that's happening within the confines of Freemasonry that we are not privy to. You know, you're dealing with Freemasonry on a local level, but the real ones, the real ones, yeah, they playing for keeps. They believe in what they say. See, most of us don't believe in what we say. We take the obligation, we take the oath, but we don't believe in it. We don't. There are Masons who believe in, when they take this oath, this obligation, they believe cold-heartedly in it. And when they are in positions of power and wealth, they take that to the fifth degree. They hold that high in standards. They do. But we walk around here and we play with it. It's like a toy. It's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm a Mason, and what that's got to do with anything? Walk with me for a minute. Yeah, we walk around with it. We play Masonry, and that's the thing that I don't quite. How is it that we get to play Masonry when we should actually know better? We should actually know better, because Masonry is bigger than all of that. That at all. And that, man, it gets next to me, because even I would say this here, even in my journey, I have been the beneficiary of some privileges of being a Mason. I'm not gonna lie, I have. And for me to tell you anything different, I'll be lying to you. I mean, sincerely speaking, I have been in some serious situations, and because of me being a Mason, I have found privilege. I have found, boom, all right. And people can say, well, no, brother man, what are you talking about? That don't happen. It happens, you know. But what we've done is we've allowed so many other people and individuals to come into the organization itself till it has lost its luster. And when organization loses its luster, it loses its glow, it loses its attraction. And Masonry has lost a lot of attraction because of who we have allowed to come into our various organizations. There are some organizations which are very, very strict and particular about who they let in, which they should be. They should. And then there are some who just let anybody come in. All I'm saying for us to do is to protect the organization. If you want a strong and viable organization, you're going to have to protect it. You know, you're going to have to do that. But if you don't do that, then you're not going to last very long at all. So be careful in regards to being in this organization. Yeah, I did. I said be careful. Hey, how you doing, Doc? Yeah, be careful about that. Because a lot of us are just part of this organization like if it's something to play with. And there are people out here that's taking it to the heart. Take it very serious. So look, I'm going to sign off. I appreciate you. Hit the like button. Greetings to everybody. Peace and blessings. Until next time, stay out the bushes. Keep your light on.